Today, I'm going to give you guys a market update. I'm going to talk about something that I call sentiment rotation, how the bottom might be closer than what people think. And finally, the thumbnail is not clickbait. We need to talk about low caps. This is going to piss a lot of people off, but it has to be said. First, a market update. Over the last 2 days, we had inflation data coming in, and even though some data points did not come in as we hoped for, markets seem to hold fairly decent. With that being said, we should still expect downside given that tariffs are still on the table. And it seems like people forget that we can still test these levels of high 80s. We can even go further down. And with others, BTC being as weak as it is, we could absolutely see lows that many people in December never thought were even possible. We also have Ethereum being shorted. Hopefully some GameStop short squeezing can take place here. I don't really think we need to see Ethereum go that high for altcoins to start performing again. If Ethereum can reclaim this 3,000 mark and hold it as support as it did back in November, I think alts will start to pick themselves up again the same way they did back in December. Sentiment now, I'd say, is pretty worn out, but this is all part of cycles in crypto. For those who have been here for more than one cycle, know this very well. The way every single cycle works without fail is shown here. But sentiment will always be low at different stages of every single cycle. Big chunk of retail will enter the market in a bullish time, for instance, March of 2024 or December of 2024. Very rarely will you see people entering this space during bearish periods. Most of the time, they will enter when everything is bullish, of course. And when they enter, they set extremely high targets, even though it's their first cycle, something like a 30 to 50x. They feel insane FOMO thinking that if they don't invest a considerable amount right now, they're going to miss out on this upcoming alt season. Alt season does not come at the time they expected, so now they have to watch their portfolio drop to lows they never thought were possible. To make matters worse, they're running out of dry powder. Then something very interesting starts to happen. As we start to go down, they begin to lower their target returns in accordance to how much their portfolio is down. That 30x is no longer within reach. So now that they realize what the market is able to do when it comes to downside, they settle for a safe 10x. Then it dips more, and because many of these market participants, like I said, they don't have any dry powder left, all they want at this point is to break even, so that they can perfectly time the bottom of Bitcoin the next bear market. Then when we eventually switch bullish, which it's only a matter of time, most of these market participants will forget all about leaving once they're broken even and will eventually forget to take profits. And this repeats again and again and again throughout every single cycle. Because people tend to think that crypto is easy, that you somehow found a hack to creating life-changing wealth so that you can quit your 9-to-5 job. Crypto is hard. Not only do you need knowledge, but most of the time you're not battling other market participants, you're battling yourself. When I was DCAing into ADA around these times, I don't care what anyone says. If you were actually present back here, especially after the COVID dip, which shook out so many market participants, you would know about the sentiment. It's very easy to look in hindsight and say buying here was obvious. Buying here, even though ADA was considered a blue chip with big potential, with an already fast expanding cult, it was extremely hard. Don't listen to other influencers saying that it was easy. They're full of shit. Everyone was yelling for no alt season. I recently shared this photo in my Discord, which is a conversation I had with my team back in 2020. Translated, this basically is me having a bad day, wondering if we're still on for our DCA targets we had for ADA. This was around the bottom for Cardano. I just wanted to show you this because even though we had the DCA plan, the market is going to make you question yourself. It's going to beat you up mentally. It's going to try and break you. But luckily, I held on, managed to eventually rotate ADA into XC, and that one golden rotation changed my life. It's very important to understand that the buys you make when markets are down are the ones that will change your life. And I see some people calling for the fact that 2020, 2021 was something completely different in terms of liquidity coming in due to QE. And I agree that we're not going to see a 2021 style alt season and that we definitely need to see QT stop at some point. But to say that people are not willing to throw their money on alts any longer is absurd. Many people, and especially young people, feel like the only way they're going to make it in this world is to invest their money in something that can drastically change their financial outlook. Besides, human greed will always remain high. people are always going to look for ways to make big money. That's why people gamble more and more every single year. What I think you should do now is take advantage of this recent reality check and reset. Now you will have a bearish or fearful mindset as opposed to your bullish mindset, which you had a couple of months ago. Take advantage of this bearish mindset because this mindset is a lot more rational than a bullish mindset, which made you go way too heavy in. At times, this bearish mindset will make you more fearful than you need to be, but normally this mindset is going to make you a lot more money. You have to trust me on that. Now, at the current stage of the market, you will have the opportunity of stacking big caps. And before you say big caps can only give you a 5 to 10x, I want a 30, 40, 50x portfolio, just look at previous charts. Solana did a 15x from its low here in 2023. When Solana hit 15x, AI tech was worth 1.5 cents. Imagine this rotation. This happens every single cycle without fail. And this does not mean that you can't buy AI tech along the way here. It just goes to show that if you really want 30x plus on your portfolio from today, you need to rotate. In the VIP, we focus on this. Link in the comment section for those who are willing to take rotation seriously, because I'm about to say something that will piss a lot of people off. Unless you are extremely lucky, chances are you're not going to reach that 30x target with only a small cap, mid cap portfolio. You will need your portfolio to have a collective average of 30x, meaning that if one coin fails, which can absolutely happen, we see this now, another coin would have to make up for that and yield you a 60x in order to preserve that collective average. It doesn't exactly make me popular to say stuff like this, but I believe in telling the truth. And this does not mean that I'm no longer bullish on these coins, but please, you need the bigger caps to be a big portion of your portfolio and you need to rotate if you're going to make solid gains this cycle. Now, luckily for us, we now have the opportunity of stacking up some high conviction plays that are around good buying levels. So here are 5 high conviction altcoins being Render, Caspa, Ondo, Beam, and Mog. We're not looking for 30x's on these coins. We're looking for 5 to 10x's and then rotate this profit into other narratives or lower caps when markets are suitable for this rotation. Again, this does not mean that we can't DCA small amounts into lower caps at these stages, as some of these 100x gems are also around extremely good buying prices. If it so happens that we will get something that remotely resembles Bitcoin chopping around like it did back here, then make sure to take advantage of this. If you rotate correctly, 2025 will be the best year of your life. Check out the VIP Discord. You will see when I take profit, how much I take out in profit, and what I'm rotating into to actually make significant money this cycle. If you want to see how to rotate, and check out this course right here. This is not some bullshit course. It took me about 100 hours to make. This is not wait for this alt to do a 10x, then move everything and wait for this one to do a 10x. This is dynamic rotation with proper DCAing and profit taking along the way, where I'm essentially taking a 3x portfolio and making it a 30x. Feedback so far has been amazing, and I will continue to update it. You only need to pay once, and you will also get a lifetime membership, including all the perks here. Looking forward to see you there. Take care and stay safe.